This video is going to show you how to use some of the more advanced features in creating your forms. I've already added a section for the name. So first I want to do a section header. So I'm going to call this section Identifying Information. And this is so that the people completing my form will know that this is the section where I'm just going to get some information to figure out who they are. I do want this to go before the name, so after I clicked on Add Item in Section Header and typed in identifying information, I just drug it above there. Now, along with this information, I'm also going to have them put in today's date. In reality, you probably wouldn't really use today's date, only because when you view their responses, it automatically gets input into the spreadsheet with responses. So you could still do it if you wanted to, though. So today's date, include year, and I'm going to click done. By doing it this way, they have to choose a month, a day, and a year, and they can't type it in any way they want. Along with date, I could also have them put current time. So it would be they could put in what time they started this particular quiz. I'm going to go ahead and click on done. So if this is my first section of identifying information, if I want this to be on its own page, now I'm going to go ahead and insert a page break. And I'm just going to call the next one page 2. And I'm also going to put a section header on this page, and I'm going to call this preparedness. On this page, I'm going to insert the other two advanced questions. The first one that I want to look at is the scale. My question is going to be, how ready for today's quiz are you? I'm going to leave it the scale of 1 to 5. Notice if I change it to 10, then I have 1 to 10, or I can leave it at 5, whatever I want it to be. I'm going to say at 1 is going to be not at all, and 5 is going to be I'm going to ace it. You'll see then that they can choose anything along the scale 1 through 5. Along with the scale, if I want them to kind of use a scale for lots of items, I want to use what's called a grid. So my question here is going to be, how much time did you spend studying for today's quiz? So the rows, these are the different ways they could have possibly studied. So I'm going to say, did they come to the teacher website? Did they use their Schoology account? Did they maybe use Quizlet? Did they just use the book? Or if they studied in a different manner, I could choose other. And then my labels are, for that teacher website, how long did they study? So 0 minutes, hours, they didn't use that method at all. Under the next one, I might say 1 to 30 minutes, and then 31 to 60 minutes. And maybe I just want 4 options, and most students probably won't have studied in any one way over an hour, so I'm going to do 61 plus minutes. And then you can see what this is going to look like. It's going to look like this grid. So the teacher website, they didn't study at all, but they used Schoology for a little bit. If I put an other on here, I may want to put a question that says, if you marked other, how did you study? And click done. I wouldn't want to make that a required response, because if they didn't mark other, I wouldn't want them to have to put anything here. So that's my page 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another page break, call this page 3. And on this page, I'm going to also give this page a header. And I'm going to call this quiz. And now I'm going to actually start asking my quiz questions. One option, if you choose to do more than one page, if you scroll back up to the top, there's a form setting for show progress bar at the bottom of form pages. You may want to click that, and then if we view our live form, students can actually see that, they're on that 33% completed when they hit continue. So if this is, and then I've got, it's March 10th, 2014. The current time is 1:42 p.m. I can hit continue, and my next page will tell me that I'm at 66% complete. So I'm going to ace this because I spent a half an hour on your website, 30 minutes on Schoology, another 15 minutes on Quizlet. I don't like my book, and I didn't use anything else. I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And then that would take me to my last page. And once they've finished their quiz, they would hit submit. So this is how to add some advanced questions and section headers and page headers to your Google form.